Yo, what's good, Bmw M3 here back in the day, and today, guys, I'm here to talk about a more solemn video than I'm used to. And I'm making this video because I really haven't seen too many YouTubers talk about this yet, but I've seen quite a few posts over on Reddit, people that are angry, etc, etc. And it's not about any glitches, but it's about a huge missing brand from Forza Horizon 5. And it's not a car brand, but it's an aftermarket brand, and probably one of the biggest in car culture today, and that is Rocket Bunny. Unfortunately, Rocket Bunny has died. We no longer have Rocket Bunny in Forza, and that is a huge tragedy. They added over 100 brand new wide body kits, but at the same time, we ended up losing 19 of the most famous ones. And I'm talking about things like the Nissan 350Z, the Subaru BRZ. These are cars that actually really could use a nice wide body kit. These are the cars that are the true tuners of the world. These are the ones that everyday people like you and me are going to own and even possibly put one of these body kits on. And that's a shame that we don't have these in the game anymore. I first found out because last week, during the first week of the festival playlist, all the premium edition members got a special one where essentially you had to tune a 350Z as a drift car and have some fun with it, right? So I get in my 350Z and I'm so excited. I'm honestly so stoked to put that Rocket Bunny kit on it because I absolutely love that thing to death. I want a real 350Z. I want to get a 350Z, and of course the first thing I'm doing is putting one of those Rocket Bunny kits on it. I'm going to make sure that I have budgeted enough to put a Rocket Bunny kit on it because I'm that much in love with this car. So I was so excited that I was finally going to be doing this. I mean, it was like the first or second day of having the game, and I'm like, yes, I get to get one of my favorite cars already. This is absolutely amazing. And then I get in there and I try to put the body kit on it and realize it's gone. I broke down a little bit. I didn't cry, but I was pretty distraught. I was like, God, I got rid of my favorite body kit in this game. I really hope they get it back. I'm definitely going to tweet at Forza to bring this back later. And then I got into my live stream and started talking with some people, and they told me that all of Rocket Bunny was gone. All of Rocket Bunny is gone, and that about broke my heart. Because honestly, that in my opinion is a bigger loss than Toyota was in Horizon 4. That's how big of a loss Rocket Bunny is to me. Because there's so many good cars. And Rocket Bunny is essentially a major part of car culture today. People strive to get one of these kits. They're expensive. Don't get me wrong, they are very expensive. But people are willing to shell out the money to make their cars wider. Yeah, the only thing you really get is a little bit of increased track width. You can fit some wider tires, thus you get better grip. There's not really a whole lot of performance that you get out of one of these kits. And they cost like $6 grand. I mean, you could get a turbocharger for that and have it installed and you'd be good to go. But people love these things, and anytime I see one out on the street, my heart skips a beat because they're gorgeous. They really make a statement, and you know the person driving one is a true car enthusiast because no one else on this planet is going to stake out $6,000 for a kit for a $6,000 car. They're not going to buy their car again for a body kit unless they're a true car enthusiast. And honestly, I enjoy that. I know it sounds weird that I enjoy it, but I do. And, you know, when I lived in Arkansas for the last few years, we didn't have a car culture. There was, you know, maybe some lifted trucks here and there, but really there wasn't anything else besides that. And now I live in a small town in Georgia, and over here, there's car culture galore. I see all kinds of crazy, amazing vehicles. There's like a little gang BRZ 86s that runs around, and all of them have Rocket Bunny kits on it, and they look amazing. I honestly love them. In fact, one of them is actually fairly popular on TikTok. But yeah, they make my heart like just flutter a little bit. And yeah, they might be cheaper than a Huracan or a Ferrari or something like that, and I see those too, and they make my heart flutter. But at the same time, they have the same effect. They are what little kids have hanging on their walls. And it's a shame that we're losing that. It really and truly is. I just... it's awful. But now that I've given my little speech, let's talk about the 19 cars that we've lost. And starting things off, we have the 2005 BMW M3 E46. This is probably one of the most sought after BMWs at this point in time. People love this thing because they're inexpensive, they look good, and they're just great little cars. They really and truly are. And after that, what we have is the 1997 BMW M3. Again, this one's not nearly as sought after, but this used to be one of my favorites. This BMW M3, I wish they had been cheaper back in the day because I would have bought one of them. But I think they hit like 10K, and that's where they basically stood. And they've only gone up from there, really. It's a shame. When I bought my Civic, that's what I really wanted to get, was an M3, which I was being dumb. I was really, really being dumb, but I would have loved to have had one. Then we have the 2003 Honda S2000, and this was a body kit that many people wanted, because the S2000 in this game was very dull. All you could get was a couple of front end parts, and yet the S2000 has so many upgrades available for it in the wild. There are hardtop conversions, and there's one really amazing hardtop conversion. If you see it on your screen right here, it's beautiful. It really and truly is, and it works so well with a wide body kit. Then we have the 1992 Honda Nsx, and this is one of the few supercars that Rocket Bunny has actually built a kit for. And that's probably because this is the affordable supercar. Now, they're starting to become unaffordable, but like probably back when they built the kit, you could get an Nsx for like 30 or 40 grand. And that's not a lot, that's not cheap, but in supercar territory, that's not that expensive. It really is not. Then 2015, we have the Lexus RCF. And this was probably one of the craziest wide body kits that we saw in Forza Horizon 4. And I don't know if we actually got it in Horizon 4. Oh wait, yes we did. I just double checked it. But it was a crazy kit. So wide, it's a miracle that this car even existed. I was so shocked when we actually got this body kit. Then we have the 1997 Mazda Rx-7. Everybody loves an Rx-7 and the rotary engine that it comes with it. Now, we did get a white body kit for this car in Horizon 5. In my opinion, though, it just doesn't look as good. It just doesn't look as good. This car already had that white body kit available for it in Horizon 4, but you never saw people rocking it. You always saw people rocking the Rocket Bunny because it just looks better. Then we have the 1994 Mazda Miata, which has gained a lot of popularity recently because they're extremely affordable. They're fun little cars. They're hairdresser cars, as everyone calls them. But people are doing crazy stuff with these, and one of those things is Rocket Bunnying it. There's just so many cool things that you could do. Then we had the 2003 Nissan 350Z, which of course I talked about earlier. That's probably one of my favorite cars in this game, and we don't have the kit for it anymore, which is a real shame. Real shame. And then we have my next favorite. This one was my favorite in Horizon 3, and that's the Nissan Sylvia S14. This one again had a crazy wide body kit. This was one of my first drift cars. The 350Z and the Sylvia S15 were my first drift cars in Motorsport 4 and Motorsport 3. It's been that long that I've been playing with these cars, and I just love them. Then moving on, we had the 1998 Nissan Silvia S14 Aero. This thing is crazy and had one of the craziest wide body kits in this game, because not only did it make the car wider, but it completely rearranged the front end and made it look almost like an American muscle car. And that look to me is just absolutely amazing. And at first I was almost like, okay, if we lost this, it'll be good as long as we got the Formula Drift version. And we did not get the Formula Drift version that exists in Horizon 4. And that really got to me. That made me sad, because this is again another one of my favorites. The next one I'm not as big of a fan of. The wide body kit is just not my cup of tea, and that's the 1994 Nissan Sylvia S14. There's a lot of S14s on this list. In fact, we actually have the 93 240SX, which is also a Sylvia S14. It's just that one is got a completely different look to it, as that's what we got here in America, so completely different front end, all that sort of stuff. Then we also have the 1993 Nissan Gtr. So this is the only GTR besides the R35 that actually got a wide body kit. but the R35 got a Liberty Walk, and then we didn't get that version in Horizon 5. So we got the 2012 Liberty Walk Nissan GTR, but if that 2012 Black Edition would have been in Horizon 5, we actually would have had that kit still available. But unfortunately, it's actually gone. And of course, there's a countdown on my Horizon 5 that you guys are hearing. Giggity goddamn. Anyway, as I was mentioning, after that what we have is the 1992 Nissan Sylvia S13. Again, not really my cup of tea on that one. It's just, you know, that's up to everybody else. If you like the S13, go for it. I've just never been a big fan of that. Then we get to the Nissan 1969 Fairlady Z432. This one is crazy. We did get a wide body kit version of this in the form of the Gold Leader, which is available in the oh god, what was it? I can't remember if it's the welcome pack or the VIP pack, but it's a part of the Formula Drift cars that we were able to get on day one. You can get the Gold Leader Nissan, and that's really, at least that makes up for that one. It does make up for that one. Then we have the 2015 Porsche Cayman. Honestly, I've always talked about the Cayman in high regard, because this is the only, you know, mid-engine Porsche. The 911s are rear-engined, and yet the Cayman is still considered the younger brother of the 911, because they perfected the 911 over years and years and years of engineering, and then finally they decided, well, let's make a mid-engine car, and we'll make it cheaper than a 911. There are Caymans and Boxers out there that are mid-engined that I can afford, and to me that's crazy. And the fact that there's also a Rocket Bunny kit for this, it shows that the guys over at Rocket Bunny realized that, hey, in the future, these 2015 Porsche Caymans, these are going to be sought after by tuners. This is going to be a tuner entry to, like, supercars, essentially. And I love that they are actually thinking ahead like that, because really, 20 years from now, that Porsche Cayman is going to be affordable enough that a high schooler will be able to drive it. Because I remember seeing like Boxsters and things like that for like $6 grand. And I mean, I paid like $3 for my Civic. So double that and I could got a Porsche, which is absolutely insane. Then we have the 2013 Subaru BRZ, and this car of course is just absolutely amazing. I so shocked that it's gone. I mean, who doesn't want a Subaru BRZ Rocket Bunny? I mean, the kit for this car basically made Rocket Bunny, I think. I mean, they've been around for a little bit while, but that body kit is probably one of the most famous. It's probably one of their most sold kits because it's just so popular. I see it all the time. Anybody who's got a BRZ or an 86, oftentimes you see them, they put on a Rocket Bunny kit or they put on a fake version of one. And it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. It's asinine that we don't have the kit for at least this one car. I can't believe that one. I can't believe that one. And I know there's a ton of Forza players out there who are going to be really mad because they cannot build their car anymore in Forza Horizon 5. Then we have the 2014 Volkswagen Golf. And this car, you know, it's another big Golf. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of Volkswagens, you know, they have that weird orange glow at the car meets. But again, it's another Rocket Bunny kit that's gone. And then finally we have the 1992 Volkswagen Golf, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't find out about the Volkswagen Rocket Bunny kits until today when I was making this video. I realized that they had body kits available, but I didn't realize they were Rocket Bunnies. And this is one of those ones because it's not in the typical Rocket Bunny style. It's more in like a rally car style where they pop out the fenders a little bit wider just so that they can get more width. And really, Rocket Bunnies do provide additional aerodynamics. They provide additional width. You know, they do have a performance enhancement. It's just not nearly as much as you would get with, say, a turbo or a supercharger or an engine swap, something like that. So honestly, I just didn't realize that those were actually Rocket Bunny kits, and this was one of those ones that it just, to me, was kind of weird. But anyway, though, that's where we're going to wrap things up for today. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Gurp113 and Instagram.com/Gurp113. And if you guys like this video, go make sure to hit that like button down below for us. because you already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more that's coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Bye!